Thank you, Irene. In the next few minutes, we will consider how we can adapt and activate long-term growth with brand tracking. During the global financial crisis of 2008, most businesses declined in stock market performance. Yet more than a decade of brand Z data showed us that the global top 100 brands not only recovered from the financial crisis significantly faster, but subsequently outgrew the S&P 500. Here are some important lessons that we have learned that leads us to believe that strong brands are better positioned to weather a crisis and, in fact, emerge stronger. The first of which is that change can be temporary or permanent. Maintaining a connection with your consumers and a holistic view of your brand will enable you to counter the fluidity of the current situation and better manage your brands. Consumers' attitudes and behaviors are changing, and some of these changes will endure. It is important to understand how to mitigate the temporary changes and course correct to respond to the permanent ones, rather than be in the dark, be in the know. Secondly, the competition doesn't stand still. Now more than ever, you need to tune into competitive actions and performances to keep a finger on the pulse of fluctuating category dynamics so you can stay ahead of the game through the crisis and upon recovery. Ask yourself, what competitor action do you fear? And can you be your competitor's worst nightmare? Thirdly, assess and adjust your communication and content strategy. Keep track of your brand imagery performance and your brand's emotional connections with consumers. Value as an imagery in certain categories will become more of a focus as the recession takes hold. Trust as another will likely gain significance as consumers are now feeling a greater need for assurance. How do you deliver to your consumers new priorities in what you say and, more importantly, what you do? Does it resonate? This is the time to adapt, but do so authentically. Tech-enabled, human-enriched insights delivered at your fingertips can help you answer some of the most pressing questions you have. What are the trends that are truly impacting your brand? Trend AI, in this instance, becomes a tool that we look towards. In the integrated insights engine, Trend AI uses artificial intelligence to rapidly uncover and classify patterns behind thousands of data points, then apply advanced algorithms to forecast what is likely to happen in the future so you can identify risks and opportunities and course correct. By stripping the noise from long and short-term trends, it enables you to focus on what is truly important. To do so, you'll have to ingest a minimum of 6 months of continuous tracking data available either weekly or monthly, as well as continuous sales data. Media spend data is optional, but certainly good to have. Activate the Trend AI to apply the automated analytics to these data sets to identify the trends that matter. Doing so helps you evaluate if, when, and how much your key metrics and imagery levers have changed during COVID-19. You could also use Trend AI to understand how your key metrics respond to increases or decreases in monthly, media investments. Charting how search index trends have changed throughout the crisis is another use of this tool. If you want to know what happens to your sales and brand saliency when you reduce your media spend, take a look at media pressure diagnostics, also within the IIE. There is an established link between media investment and changes in media market share. Media pressure diagnostics allows you to see the likelihood of a brand achieving changes in market share with a given media investment, usually over a long period of time, year on year. To do so, ingest at least 2 years of sales and media data excluding the COVID period, then run a separate media pressure analysis including the period to compare the differences. Your data should cover client and competitor brands accounting for more than 70% of the category. This tool will help you understand the role of media investments in driving growth for your category, as well as evaluate whether your brand and competitors are growing more or less than expected based on given levels of media investment, and certainly learn how to adjust your media spend. want to help you manage the human and business impact of COVID-19, navigate recovery, and activate long-term growth. Please reach out to your experts or your Kantar partner if you want to know more. Thank you and stay safe.